Welcome to the AI for Us 2 channel, your source for the latest AI-generated news on XRP, crypto, and precious metals. My 100% AI-generated news content is based on real-time events and is uploaded 1 to 4 times a day. Stay ahead of the curve and subscribe to our channel to experience the cutting edge of news reporting. Check out my recently uploaded videos to stay fully informed. Xrp New News Update. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has taken steps to withdraw its claims against former Ripple executive Christian Larson and Ripple CEO Bradley Garlinghouse. Initially, these individuals were scheduled to face a court hearing in April, accused of aiding and abetting violations of securities laws concerning the sale of Ripple's XRP. It's worth noting that Ripple Labs, a named defendant in the case, was not part of the upcoming jury trial. In response to this development, CEO Brad Garlinghouse expressed his relief, saying, "Today was an even better day. In all seriousness, Chris and I, in a case involving no claims of fraud or misrepresentations, were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin us and the company so many have worked hard to build for over a decade." This development follows the SEC's recent denial of its request for an interlocutory appeal. Additionally, Judge Annalisa Torres, presiding over the case, rejected the regulatory agency's appeal for a stay of the trial, which would have postponed its start. In its filing on Thursday, the SEC mentioned, the SEC and Ripple intend to meet and confer on a potential briefing schedule with respect to the pending issue in the case. What remedies are proper against Ripple for its Section 5 violations with respect to its institutional sales of XRP. Both parties have agreed on a November 9th deadline to propose a schedule, although the court may intervene if a compromise cannot be reached. Stuart Aldiorti, Ripple's chief legal officer, was quick to respond, stating, "The SEC made a serious mistake going after Brad and Chris personally, and now, they've capitulated, dismissing all charges against our executives. This is not a settlement. This is a surrender by the SEC." Earlier this year, Judge Torres issued a summary judgment asserting that the programmatic sale of Ripple's XRP token did not qualify as an investment contract. This ruling was a setback for the SEC in its prolonged legal battle against the cryptocurrency company. Judge Torres noted, therefore, the vast majority of individuals who purchased XRP from digital asset exchanges did not invest their money in Ripple at all. An institutional buyer knowingly purchased XRP directly from Ripple pursuant to a contract. But the economic reality is that a programmatic buyer stood in the same shoes as a secondary market purchaser, who did not know to whom or what it was paying its money. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, expressed his response to this latest legal triumph, stating, "For nearly 3 years, Chris and I have been the subject of unfounded allegations from a regulatory body with a questionable political agenda." He added, rather than focusing on apprehending criminals involved in the theft of customer funds on offshore exchanges, which were seeking political favor, the SEC targeted individuals and a company engaged in pioneering and entrepreneurial endeavors to build a regulated US-based business. Garlinghouse eagerly anticipates the conclusion of this protracted chapter, now that the SEC has brought an end to its questionable legal actions against him and Chris Larson. Similarly, Executive Chairman Chris Larson expressed his relief at the vindication and redemption they have achieved in this lengthy legal battle. He described the ordeal that lasted nearly 3 years as a misguided assault driven by a political agenda aimed at stifling cryptocurrency within the United States. Larson remarked, "It is a disgrace that we were compelled to defend ourselves against an ill-conceived attack that was flawed from its inception." He also raised concerns about the motivations behind the lawsuit, given the actions of the regulatory body leading up to this point, suggesting that the lawsuit was an abuse of power by the administrative state, driven by politically connected special interests with evident conflicts of interest. Xrp New News Update. Prominent financial expert Linda Jones has joined the growing chorus of voices suggesting that Ripple's native token, XRP, could represent a promising investment opportunity. According to her, one of the critical factors that attract investors to the ecosystem is the asset's volatility and the potential for significant future price increases. Jones highlights that the very appeal of XRP lies in its price fluctuations and trading opportunities. Jones also discusses the recent introduction of perpetual futures contracts for XRP on Coinbase. She believes that these instruments, offering substantial leverage and the potential for significant profits, or losses, make XRP an intriguing option for those seeking high-risk investments. In her analysis, Jones notes that Wall Street entities, particularly hedge funds, are often the major players in trading futures contracts. She contends that this is a bullish indicator for XRP, signaling that institutional capital may be entering the market soon, aiming to capitalize on the cryptocurrency's price volatility. Several cryptocurrency analysts have recently expressed optimism about XRP's potential for a substantial price rally in the coming years. Notably, some optimistic projections, such as those of Twitter user Xrp suggesting a price of $27, and Shannon Thorpe's ambitious prediction of $500, have circulated. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that these lofty price predictions would require XRP's market capitalization to reach trillions of dollars. To put this in perspective, the entire digital asset market's capitalization was around $3 trillion at the peak of the 2021 bull market. In the realm of rumors, there has been speculation that Ripple might consider going public with an initial public offering, IPO. This potential move is seen as a bullish development, with one analyst forecasting that XRP could surge to $10 if such an IPO materializes. Given the growing speculation surrounding these developments, further examination of XRP's short-term performance in the remaining months of 2023 is available in a recent video. As the cryptocurrency market continues to evolve and react to various factors, investment decisions should be made with careful consideration of both short-term and long-term trends. Xrp New News Updates. Prominent pro-crypto lawyer John Deaton has thrown his support behind a recent legal challenge initiated by billionaire figures such as Elon Musk and Mark Cuban against the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. This legal challenge aims to bring about substantial changes in the SEC's current practices, particularly in the context of administrative proceedings. The challenge is part of an ongoing lawsuit related to the SEC's handling of administrative procedures in a case involving hedge fund manager George Jarkassi. The recent Supreme Court ruling, which indicated potential constitutional issues in the SEC's processes, has sparked a movement for significant reform. John Deaton, a respected attorney in the cryptocurrency space, has voiced his endorsement for this initiative. He has raised concerns about the SEC's alleged bias towards specific entities, highlighting instances in which former SEC officials have purportedly influenced policies to benefit particular companies. Deaton specifically cited cases involving ex-SEC officials William Hinman and Jay Clayton, suggesting that their influence played a role in classifying Bitcoin and Ethereum as non-securities. This classification potentially facilitated their transitions to related firms after leaving the SEC. Deaton's advocacy for a comprehensive restructuring of the SEC underscores the necessity of implementing regulations that prevent former officials from taking positions in industries they previously regulated. This, he argues, is crucial to address the issue of a revolving door within the SEC and to restore public trust in the agency's integrity and fairness. Deaton's support adds significant momentum to the ongoing conversation about the SEC's structure and practices, signaling the potential for a fundamental shift in the regulatory landscape. Xrp New News Update. Gold prices have been on a consistent upward trajectory since the onset of the recent conflict between Israel and Hamas on October 6. During the past 2 weeks, the spot price of this precious metal has surged by more than $162, reaching a peak just below $1,978 on a Thursday afternoon. In a similar vein, the price of oil has seen a notable surge since the commencement of the conflict. WTI crude, which was priced at $81 per barrel on the day of the Hamas attacks, has now surpassed $89. Meanwhile, Brent crude, originally at $83, has reached $92 in its most recent trade. Sean Lusk, who serves as the company director of commercial hedging at Walsh Trading, shared his insights with Kitco News. He anticipates that gold prices will continue to rise, regardless of the movement of bond yields, and he attributes part of this positive trend to the impact of oil prices. When this conflict began, we witnessed a significant surge in both crude oil and precious metals, with crude oil showing a more substantial increase, Walsh noted. However, metals did experience a slight retreat. Subsequent events, such as the hospital bombing and a reluctance to meet with the president, have further fueled concerns about increased instability in the region. It's no longer limited to Gaza. There are potential risks in Lebanon, with Iran issuing threats. Lusk emphasized that these ongoing events are contributing to the rising gold prices. He also pointed out that, considering the domestic challenges and risks, the movements in bond yields become somewhat secondary. This is a major, black swan, event entering the market, and it adds to the concerns, along with the looming debt ceiling issue. All this occurs in the backdrop of a political circus in Washington, D.C., with no resolution in sight, he added. This completes the Xrp New News Updates video. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video for more updates and insights into crypto and finance.